Welcome to the 17th tutorial in Python. Today we're going to learn about comparison operators in Python. Hello everyone, it's me Sairam and I'll be teaching you Python today. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to like the video and let's get started. A programmer writes a program and the program asks questions. A computer executes the program and provides the answers. The program must be able to react according to the received answers. Once again, we go back to the previous point which we've discussed. Fortunately, a computer knows only two kinds of answers. Yes, this is true, and no, this is false. You'll never get a response like, let me think, I don't know, or probably yes, but I don't know for sure. Now, to ask questions to the computer, Python uses a set of very special operators. The first question is, are two values equal? To ask this question, we use the equal operator, which basically denotes is equal to. Now, equal to is an assignment operator. If we take A is equal to B, A assigns the A value to B. But the equal to operator asks the question, are these two values equal? If we write A is equal to B, it compares A and B, whether they're equal or not. Let's test it out. A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 10. Print A equal to B. If you run it, it'll print false, as they're not equal. But if you take B as 5 and then run it, it'll print true, as they are equal. Now, the equal to operator is a binary operator with left-sided binding, and it requires two arguments. Next, we'll move on to the exact converse of it, the not equal to operator, and is denoted like this, using an exclamation mark. So, not equal to operator is an exclamation mark and an equal to. The only difference is, if they're equal, the result of the comparison is false. If they're not equal, the result of the comparison is true. So over here, it'll print false, as 5 and 5 are equal. But if we put, once again, put 10 and then run it, it'll print true, as 5 and 10 are not equal. Now, our next question is whether two operators are greater, whether two arguments are greater than each other. You can ask this comparison using the greater than operator, which is this. It's quite simple. It's quite similar to the one which we use in math. So here, if we take A greater than B, we'll end up with a value of false. But if B is equal to 15, and then when we run it, we'll come up with the value of true. But if they both are same, we'll come up with the value of false. So Python only cares if one value is greater than the other. Over here, A is the value which we have given the greater symbol to. So unless and until A is greater than B, then only our output will be true. But what if we wanted it to be like this, greater than or equal to? Then we have another operator, which is the greater than followed by an equal sign. Once again, these are two subsequent signs, but Python takes them as one. Now if I take greater than or equal to, and then run this, it'll print true. 10 and 10 are equal. If I take 11, it'll print true as 11 is greater than. But if I take 9, it will print false. The next operator is less than or equal to. So the less than or equal to operator looks like this. The less than symbol and the equal to sign. So let's plug it into our program and close it. And now if we run it, it'll print true. 9 is indeed less than 10. But if we make both of them 10, it'll once again print true as it's less than or equal to. And one of the condition is satisfied, so it'll print true. Now if you put 11, it'll print false. Now, what do we do with the answer which the computer gives us? Well, there are two possibilities. You can store it in a variable, such as over here, I can change it to C is equal to A greater than or equal to B. And if I print C and run it, it comes as false. Now, let's try something else. Later in this tutorial, we'll be looking at the second possibility, and it is more convenient and far more widely used in all other programs. We can use it to make a decision about the future of a program. But we need a special instruction for this purpose, and we'll discuss it very soon. Now, the last time we discussed tutorials, we discussed about the hierarchy of operators. And this is the table as follows. At first, we have the plus and minus. But remember, this is not our ordinary addition or subtraction. It's the one which gives values like -2 or +3. These are known as unary operators. In second place, we have the exponentiation. In third, we have 4 operators which all have the same priority, but depend on which operator comes first from the left. So over here, in the third place, we have the asterisk, multiplication, slash division, double slash, integer division, percentage symbol or modulo, the remainder symbol. Next, we have our addition and subtraction symbol. And in fifth, we have the one which we have learned today, the greater than or equal to, the lesser than or equal to, and in sixth place, we have the is equal to and not equal to. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you had a great time learning, and make sure to join in on the next tutorial. See you guys soon.